In this series, we'll be constructing Ash's ultimate team if he was a champion specialising in one specific type of Pokemon, using Pokemon he's caught or bonded with in the past. To check out the previous episodes, click the playlist in the video description. And now, in this video, we'll investigate what if Ash was a ghost type champion. Be sure to let me know the spooky team that you'd give Ash in the comments below. And also be sure to smash the subscribe button. Our goal is 38,000 subscribers by the end of January, and I'd be so grateful to have your help to get us there. So, without further ado, let's hop straight into it. The first member of Ash's ghost type champion team will be Ash's Gengar. Gengar is the first ever ghost type Pokemon that Ash has officially owned. And despite not having too many wins, Gengar ran absolute laps around Volkner's Luxray, forcing it to switch out because it would have been defeated otherwise. This is the same Luxray that defeated Ash's Pikachu, drew with Ash's Lucario, and battled Ash's Infernape to such an extreme that Infernape's only way of winning was to master his Blaze ability. Gengar running absolute laps around Luxray shows how big Gengar's potential is. It also has the move Psychic, which is crazy overpowered in the anime. Gengar moves its body around incredibly fluidly, and it can even teleport around and vanish into the ghost world, all of which make Gengar incredibly hard to hit in battle. And importantly, in the most recent episode of Pokemon Journeys, Gengar learned how to Gigantamax, which not only gives Ash's ghost type team a main gimmick, but also gives Gengar an unbelievably large power up. Gengar has massive potential, and it loves Ash so much, so it's a perfect leader for this team. The second member of the team will be Ash's Rotom. Ash has unofficially owned two Rotom, his Rotom Dex and his Rotom Phone. Neither of these Pokemon have ever shown much interest in battling, but truthfully, they've never really had the chance to give it a go either. So I think Ash should train one of them so they can become a member of the team. Rotom are incredibly small and speedy, as we've seen many times in the anime, and those characteristics normally pair really well with Ash's battle style. Most importantly, Rotom can shift between any of its other forms, allowing itself to be a fire type, or a water type, or an ice type, or a flying type, or a grass type. In situations where Ash will be battling certain opponents, it could be worth Rotom changing forms to better counter those opponents. It could add so many fun dynamics to the team. The third spot on this ghost type team will be Ash's decidueye. Something that's critical to note is that Ash's Rowlet was never against evolving. It never had an issue with evolving, it never made the conscious decision not to evolve. All that happened is that Rowlet just coincidentally liked an Everstone that it found, and so it ate the Everstone, and not evolving was a byproduct of that. As a result, I think Rowlet evolving into a Decidueye for Ash's ghost type team could definitely make sense. And besides, now that Rowlet has defeated How's Decidueye and proved its strength, that whole story dynamic has ended, so it's not like Rowlet needs to stay unevolved for the story anymore. It could easily evolve, and so many of us have wanted to see Ash with a Decidueye because of how much potential it could have. It could fly around, use its arrows to snipe opponents. It could even use its incredible looking Sinister Arrow Raid Z move. That would be crazy. Rowlet was super powerful in just its base form, so evolving it all the way into Decidueye could make it one of Ash's strongest Pokemon ever. The fourth member of the team will be Ash's Hisuian Zorowak. Look, this is probably the biggest stretch and the biggest exception I've made in this series so far. Ash has never even met a Hisuian Zorowak, because they're extinct. But when I look at this Pokemon, I just know it belongs with Ash. It just gives me those vibes. I so badly wanted Ash to catch a normal Zorua or Zorowak, but Hisuian Zorua makes even more sense. All we know so far about this Pokemon is that ancient humans would attack and chase away Hisuian Zorua and Zorowak because of their unbelievably powerful and scary illusions, which led to the species having nothing but absolute hatred for humans. But we also know that on the extremely rare occasion that a human does manage to bond with a Hisuian Zorowak, Zorowak can be an absolutely invaluable ally. Ashy Boy has a real talent for bonding with Pokemon who have reasons to hate humans, and eventually building trust with them. Think of all of his abandoned Pokemon in the past. So Ash catching a Hisuian Zorua and bonding with it until it evolves makes perfect sense for his character. Hisuian Zorowak's illusions are even stronger than normal Zorowak's illusions, because the illusions can cause opponents real physical harm internally and externally. Zorowak is incredibly speedy, has tons of power, and also its brand new ghost and normal typing means that it has almost no weaknesses. Ash is travelling back in time to the Hisui region in an upcoming arc in Pokemon Journeys, so it's not outside the realms of possibility for Ash to meet a Hisuian Zorowak and bring it back to the future with him. So for all of these reasons, I just think this Pokemon would be such a perfect fit for Ash's team. The 5th member of Ash's ultimate ghost type team is Ash's shiny Trevenant. In the X and Y series, Ash and his friends found a lost shiny Phantump who they bonded with and helped reunite with its family. So many people back in the day were speculating that shiny Phantump would be Ash's final Pokemon in Kalos, since he only had 5 Pokemon at the time, and he didn't even have a grass type. But sadly this wasn't the case. Ash never caught it. I think it's long overdue for Ash to catch another shiny Pokemon, and Phantump is just so fitting for that, since they became great friends. Phantump was young and yet was shown to have great power, with moves like Forest's Curse, Energy Ball, and Hornleech. Phantump could evolve into a Trevenant, which have been shown to have great power in the anime. The 6th and final member of Ash's Ghost-type champion team will be Ash's Palisand. Ash never caught a Palisand, but he met one on the Mele Mele Island beach just outside his home. It was absolutely huge, and it was rampaging because it lost its shovel. In its rampage, Palisand trapped Ash inside of it, and it was so tanky and powerful that it took the efforts of every single one of Ash's Pokemon and his friends to free him. But when they eventually reunited Palisand with its shovel, Palisand was happy again and stopped rampaging. That shows that Palisand could easily befriend Ash, since the only reason it was angry was because it lost its shovel. Sort of similar to Ash's Crocodile when it used to lose its sunglasses, just 100 times bigger. Palisand was happy and danced and waved its hands at Ash and his friends before vanishing underground again. And then later on, Palisand gave Ash's house a massive hug, showing its loving and affectionate side. Palisand lived right outside Ash's house in Alola, so I would have loved for Ash to befriend and catch his sandcastle neighbour. I just feel like Ash with a Pokemon that huge and that powerful could have been absolutely unstoppable. So overall, if Ash was a Ghost-type champion, I believe his ultimate team would be Gengar, Rotom, Decidueye, Palisand, Hisuian Zorowak, and Shiny Trevenant. Just a quick note, I didn't include the Haunter that Ash bonded with in the original series, because Ash has his own Gengar now, and Haunter is probably happy with Sabrina. And finally, as much as I really want Ash to catch a Sableye, I really want these teams to be unique, so I didn't include Sableye, as fitting as it would have been, because Sableye was a member of the Dark-type team just 2 episodes ago. But you're here in my heart, Sableye. To test how strong this team is, I asked 2 of my friends, Gree and Albab, who play Pokemon competitively, to briefly evaluate the team in terms of game logic, to see if it's as viable in the games as it is in the anime. And this is what they said. Rotom is super versatile, being able to switch between its many forms, while also harassing opponents with its many status moves, and its ability Levitate even makes it immune to ground-type Pokemon. Decidueye can serve as a sweeper using Sword Stance, but its low speed does hinder it. Trevenant can be really annoying to go up against, because of its Leech Seed and Will-O-Wisp, and it also deals out big damage with Poltergeist and Hornleech, though its low bulk and common weaknesses does hold it back. Palisand on the other hand is super bulky, and can hit hard too. but it is really slow, and it has some big weaknesses. Hisuian Zorowak hasn't been released yet, but its ghost and normal typing could definitely be strong, though this Pokemon is likely to be pretty frail. And now, onto the big one, Gengar. Instead of Gigantamax Gengar, Mega Gengar could be a very superior option. Mega Gengar is absurdly broken. Mega Gengar's Shadow Tag ability traps opponents from switching out of the battle, so then Gengar can encore opponents into using status moves, while Gengar sets up nasty plots and then sweeps opponents completely. Mega Gengar is disgusting to fight against, being so high up on the tier list of Mega Evolutions that it's gliding in the stratosphere with Mega Rayquaza. So, if Mega Gengar is used instead of Gigantamax Gengar, this team could easily be one of the strongest teams in the entire series. So there we have it. I am beyond thrilled with this team. I think there is so much diversity in battle styles, from Zorowak's illusions, to Palossand's huge size and tankiness, to Gengar's Gigantamax form, to Rotom's many forms, etc, etc. So in terms of Gengar, Gigantamax Gengar definitely makes more sense from an anime perspective, since that's what Ash's Gengar is currently mastering. But hey, if Mega Gengar truly is that powerful, then perhaps Ash's Gengar could master both Gigantamax and Mega Evolution. Let me know what Pokemon you think would be on Ash's ultimate ghost type team in the comments below. And also let me know what type you want me to cover next. Smash the thumbs up button and subscribe too if you enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.